Yeah, I think it's a just reward for the amount of effort they put in over pre-season. He did come out and say that in the media during the week, and what sounds like one of the most grueling pre-seasons that any of these players have ever been through. We saw Sean Jensen come out and say that it was the hardest, very rugby-oriented pre-season. But yeah, it's great for some of those guys to get an opportunity. He did say he's going to mix it up over the next few weeks, obviously with the Irish internationals coming back in.
Of last season, a tumultuous season on and off the pitch, as I mentioned, but he is in his new role as Benetton coach. Byron Ralston into the side at 13 as well. They don't lack ballast. Now there's a little bit of space on the outside. Dylan Tierney marching, caught a good line back inside. There is Bolton. Keelan Blade gets his pass away. Brilliant. Superb from Connacht, and the opening try of the Stuart Lancaster Connacht era arrives in the 9th minute. A sturdy challenge. On that Connacht 22, Warchin once more. Two-man tackle, forcing Faisowo back 4 or 5 metres, but a shrill blast from the South African referee. It is a Benetton penalty. It's against Cian Prendergast.
Jumping across, and it's early.
Goes back to that line-out.
Prendergast, I'm sure, his first game, he couldn't ride it back at Connacht after he moved to Benetton. And a lot of people talking about how, you know, he'll have the inside scoop on how Connacht go about their business, but not many people mentioning how good an attack coach he is. So
Matt Devine as well, Colm Riley in the mix. Now then, is there space outside? Oh, look at this from Joshua Wani, the hitch step, and in they go on his first start in senior colours. A brilliant try for Sean Naughton. The ball is coming back for Warchin. Snyman recycles it, this time the tackle of Portland. Here's Elo. Keelan Blade says, that'll do. They've been second try followed from Sean Naughton. They lost Awani to injury, but they're in the box seat in Galway at half-time. Huddle in the middle of the pitch. Patiently waited on by the Connacht players, if not some of the supporters who were getting a little bit restless. Time to get on with the second 40, because the Connacht supporters around us extremely enthused and encouraged by the lion's share of what they saw in the opening 40 minutes here, which was their side in the ascendancy for the lion's share of it, scoring 2 tries, one from the since departed Joshua Wani and one from Sean Naughton. Yellow card apiece, and importantly, as was reflected during the half-time chat, no tries conceded by Connacht, which was very much the Achilles heel last season and the work on in pre-season. A job of work to do to shore up what at times was a leaky rear guard. They've plugged the holes well this evening, but this is enterprising from Menoncello. He doesn't need much of an invitation. Away he goes, using that power. Keelan Blade, a speed bump, and if they can recycle, there's a try here for Surgeon. In they go with inside 60 seconds. Louis Lina crashing over, but all the heavy lifting done by Tommaso Menoncello, and Connacht cut apart inside the opening minute. Well, they stayed in the dressing rooms longer than anticipated, but they've come out all guns blazing.
Yeah, it was effective, staying in the dressing rooms, making Connacht wait. Probably got a little bit cold. They switched off. It's a great offload from Lamaro out of the tackle, and then it's just quick ball. Nothing Connacht can do, and then he gets his hands on it again for the little offload for Lina. Yeah, as you mentioned, so much positives from the first half for Connacht in terms of defensive effort and dominant tackles and not conceding tries, but that is the last thing they would have wanted in the start of the second half. Outstanding from Benetton.
Some of the coaching staff from both sides yet to take their positions for the second half are just settling in. As Benetton strike fast and early. It's a big moment in the match. We felt at 12-3, if Connacht got the next score and kept the crowd involved and engaged and on the up, that maybe it could be a long evening for the Italians, but not so.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen them really get over the gain line, isn't it? A couple of big carries. Brilliant carry from Lamasso, and Shane Bolton, of course, has played in the centre many times. Will he move to the centre and Murphy to the wing? Oh no, as Dylan Tierney Martin grounded that. The on-field decision is try and seal it, take it out of the grasp of Benetton. Put all the questions to bed.
and they come up with a big answer. It's been building, it's been coming, momentum for a long time. Ruled out just a few moments ago, no denying Connacht this time.
Okay.
A lot of carries too in the engine room for Nicolo Canone. Forced deep here, there is a little break inside. This would be a bitter pill to swallow for Connacht to concede right at the death, but they do get in. Alessandro Garbisi with a try. Connacht switch off within 60 seconds of the start of the second half and the finish of the second half. A couple of blots on the copybook, and Garbisi in for what was for him in the end a canter in to score.
Yeah, quite similar to the first try. They scored just after half-time. Connacht just allowing them to get their hands through the tackle. Menoncello there getting his hands free and getting the offload. If you allow them to do that, they're just running really good support lines. Similar to Lamaro's offload in the first for the first try. Really good finish. Bit of frustration, I'm sure, will seep into that dressing room to finish on that note, but all in all, superbly positive start to the Stuart Lancaster era.
Up go the flags. The last kick of the game belongs to Benetton. The conversion duly added to that Garbisi try, which makes the scoreboard look a little less favourable in Connacht eyes, certainly, but they get the bonus point try. They've kicked off the new season, the new era, the Stuart Lancaster era at Connacht Rugby, with a really, really important workmanlike victory with lots of flourishes in amongst it. Final score once again in Galway, Connacht 26, Benetton 15.